Hey, it's Gretchen again, here with another video tutorial for Squarespace. So today we're going to talk about e-commerce. So as usual, you're going to need to log into squarespace.com, and then that will take you here, which is my dashboard, which shows you all the different websites that you have access to. So for today's tutorial, I am, I'm going to use Annie Kate as an example. Let's click into her website. And sorry that is so slow. All right, so we are going to be setting up e-commerce for the first time. So as you've logged into the website, you can see over here, you have a dashboard on the left. You are going to click on Commerce. So this is going to take you to a whole new section of Squarespace, which is the e-commerce section. This is an upgrade, so it depends on which plan you have. You can't do e-commerce with the personal plan, but I believe every other plan besides that does allow for it. So you've got a whole new dashboard slash menu over here on the left. And as you can see, it says set up your store. We're at 50% there. So this will actually look a little bit different once the store is set up. But today we're gonna dive into that. So I'm gonna start here where it says products, add products to your inventory. Here you have 6 options, and these are all great, but they're very different. And it's definitely necessary that you pick the right type of product for each thing. So a physical product is if you're doing, candles or makeup or literally anything that you're actually going to be physically mailing to your customer. A digital download, this is a great example of this would be like an ebook or a PDF, a membership, and again, these all have descriptions so you can see. That's going to be something that's going to be, classes, communities, and then service. This is the one that I mainly use for my website. That's going to be like my design packages are a great example. Gift card is pretty straightforward. And then scheduling, like it says, sell live scheduled services, coaching appointments, or classes. So it also, I actually haven't noticed this before. It looks like there's an import from Etsy option, which is pretty cool. Not sure how that works, but we can take a look at that later or another time. So for today, I'm going to go ahead and set up a service because I think that's probably going to be the most applicable for this particular client. So here we go. Create your first product. Start by filling out the product name and adding an image. I'm going to call this Food Freedom Coaching Monthly. Actually, no, sorry. Monthly would be, I think it would be one of the subscriptions. So I'm just going to call it Food Freedom Coaching 6-week program. That sounds like a service. And then I'm going to, you have 2 options. You can either upload a photo if you want to include a photo, which I do recommend, or you can select from library. What's cool about this is you can actually select from library. It'll actually pull up the images that we've already used on this specific website. So I'm going to I like this stock photo that we've used before. I'm going to select that, and then I'm not sure why it says stock images cannot be added. All right, well, so then I'm going to, sorry about that. So then I'm going to use a different photo here. This is a picture of Annie. That's not a stock photo, that is her photo. Perfect, so here we go. So we've got the name, the image. I'm going to click next. Inventory, this is important, obviously. For the price, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, this is a $29.99 service, and stock, you can either set a specific number or you can do unlimited. For this, she'd probably do unlimited unless she's only taking a certain number of clients at a time, in which case let's just put 5 for now. Add more details. Here you get to include a description, so that can be whatever you want. I'm not going to spend too much time on that. Additional info. This is basically gives you the option if you want to add more info. You can do text. You can also click here and use the normal Squarespace tools to add images or a gallery or a button or links or anything else like that. But that's getting a little bit too complicated. I don't want to do that today. So we've got the name, the description, Additional info we're not going to do. You can add multiple images, which is cool. I'm going to add one more. This time I'll do an upload so you guys can see what that looks like. I'll go to Dropbox Clients, Annie Kate. Let's go to, these are her brand photos from her brand package. So even though these are stock photos, it's allowing me to do it because these aren't coming from Squarespace's stock photo system. They're coming from my computer. So you can upload anything you want that's saved onto your hard drive or your Dropbox or cloud or whatever. Okay, inventory, we already did this, so we've got the price. If you wanted to do, you could do sale pricing. You could toggle this on and off. Let's say the sale price is $19.99. Okay, so now it's going to show us on sale, and it'll show the original price crossed out. And then we're going to go down. We're not going to do the variance for this because that makes more sense for a physical product. Categories. So you could do, let's see, what did we call this? Food, fruit. Okay, so for categories, you can add categories if you want. I'll create a new category called coaching and hit add. And then if you want to add any keywords to connect this, for this in particular, I'm going to create a tag. I'll do binge eating disorder. And we can basically you can add just various keywords. If you click if you hit a comma, it will start a new one. Do food freedom as another one. These are basically keywords, and this will help your SEO. Yeah, it says the tags will not be shown in your store though, so that's important. This is more just for search engines to help figure out what it is that you're selling and what your services are. Visibility. You can choose whether or not you want this to be a featured product. That will be affected by other settings later on. I don't think it's really something you need to worry about for now. And then related products, you can turn this on and you can choose related products. Again, this is getting a little advanced. I don't personally actually use any of these features. I'm just very basic. For my website, I have it all just set up with the services. SEO and URL, you don't really need to do anything with this. If you want to have a specific URL, which is not a bad idea. This way you can do store, we can call it Food Freedom Coaching. I do recommend setting up your various URLs for your various products like this. That way they're just always super easy to find. I don't always have to be going to my website to look for the link. I can literally just remember them off the top of my head. You don't really need an SEO title or description. That's going to be built in based on the title and descriptions that we've already applied. So you can hit apply there. So now we're just going to go down to checkout, custom button. I don't think we need to mess with any of this. Forms, you can attach forms to your products and services. This would be ideal for somebody like an esthetician who wants to have somebody fill out a skincare form. Actually, it also might be a good option for Annie if she has a new client. If she wants to get some information collected from them prior to their coaching session, you could do that here by clicking new form. And then this is a whole other thing. So you can play around with this. I don't want to dive into it too much today because I want to just show you how to get a product on here. And the forms, while it's a cool feature, are certainly not necessary. So I'm going to hit cancel because I don't need to use that for now. And then a subscription would be if you want to charge people on a recurring basis, but I don't think that we want to do that at this moment. So I'm going to go up here to the right and hit save. And then it's not going to let me publish it yet because we need to add a way to get paid. So we're going to go here to payments. I personally recommend Stripe. That's what I've been using for my own business for the last 7+ years, and I've never had an issue with it. I'm not going to go through this because it's pretty self-explanatory, but basically what you need to do is set up an account with Stripe using your email. It'll guide you through the steps. And then what you're going to do is essentially connect a bank account. That way, every time anybody purchases something through your Squarespace website, that payment will just be, after a few days, automatically deposited into whichever checking account that you connect. So that's great. You are charged a credit card fee. That's just standard. There's no avoiding that in this day and age. So yeah, that's how you add a way to get paid. So this is an important next step. And then, let's see, publish, that looks like, oh, this means that the site is public, so that way anyone that, goes to her domain can go to her website. That took me into a whole other realm of settings, which I didn't actually want to go into, but, and then subscription, that's just referring to the Squarespace subscription. I think we're on the business plan, or maybe we're on the commerce plan. Either way, it's just showing that we have subscribed to a plan that supports commerce, so that's great. So essentially, Annie is all set up here other than the payments. She just needs to add a way to get paid, and then she should be good to go. As far as, accessing the products and everything, this is all coming over here in this menu on this side. So if we click on orders, this would show, the orders would show here if she had any yet. Obviously, she doesn't have any because we haven't set up the way to accept payment or made that product live. Inventory, here you can see, perfect. It's showing visibility hidden. It's going to stay hidden until that payment is set up so that we can collect payment. But other than that, you can see this is a great way to look at the inventory. Once she has other products, they're all going to be down here in a row, and so that's awesome. And then if you want to look at them, say you're selling say for example, some people are selling physical products as well as services, you can click on that and see, it'll just organize it for you. So that's pretty much it. Memberships has a whole another tab here. If you wanted to create that, you can set that up. And let's see. I think that's pretty much it. I will go ahead and show quickly what it's like if you want to add a physical product, since the one that we did so far was a service. So there's going to be some other fields that you need to enter for this. So I actually like this example. I'm just going to, not to overcomplicate it, we've got a eucalyptus face scrub. I like that. So we're just going to, I think I can just leave that. I know it is going to make me type that in. Okay, and then let's add some images. Here we're definitely going to want to upload your own product. We can just, for now, use this as an example. I know that's a little confusing for a face scrub, but you get the gist. Same thing, price, $50. Oops, that's $500. $50. You can do the sale thing. Stock, you're definitely probably not going to have unlimited stock on products, so here I would definitely make sure you want to enter the quantity, because you can use this back end of Squarespace as a great way to manage your inventory and see how much of everything you have in. Fulfillment, set up fulfillment profiles. I haven't personally used this, so I wouldn't worry about it for now, but yeah, these are all the exact same settings, so that's pretty much how you do that. I know that you do need to figure out shipping, and I believe this is a very useful tool. So once you have, your product, you can measure all the different measurements and enter those there and hit apply. But again, apologies because I haven't actually been selling physical products through my website. I only sell services. So this is just something I would play around with. If you do get stuck, you can send me an email and I can help you figure it out. But I think for the most part, that is pretty much it. You can hit save, publish. So that means, so it actually did allow me to make the visibility public on this, even though we don't have a method of accepting payment set up. So the way that that's going to work is if I actually go to Annie's website and then I go to the store, I know what it's going to do. It's going to, it will show the whoops. Okay, it'll show the product here, and it will actually, I believe, let me add it to the cart. Let's add quantity 3. Perfect. And then, I'm gonna have to add her cart here. So that's no good. But hypothetically speaking, there would be a cart here, and then once I go to checkout, it'll say, this seller doesn't have a payment set up. So basically it's just like a broken link for now, but we will get all of that figured out. And yeah, so that is how the commerce works. And I hope this was helpful. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. My email is hello@gretchenkamp.com, and have a good one.